Welcome to the Gene Mattingly Show. Find out all about Southridge baseball straight from the coach. The Gene Mattingly Show is brought to you by the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosmer Communications. Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? Well, look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Building a bright future, Jubilar Development. We're proudly serving your community. Family and friends, a winning team. Locally owned, built on quality. Jubilar, the name to depend on. Building a brighter future, Jubilar Development.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hello and welcome to the Gene Mattingly Show. Coach, last week you South Spencer on Tuesday, Princeton on Thursday, and Evansville Christian on Friday. And why don't you recap those games for us?
I started the week with a conference game down in Stockport with South Spencer. I think we won 8-0, played well enough, for that win, and then played Princeton at home on Thursday. We faced a really good lefty arm that kind of kept us off balance, and I think we ended up winning that game in walk-off fashion, 2-1. Both pitchers, both staffs really did a really good job of controlling the offenses, controlling the running games. Then we had the Evansville Christian Friday night at home. That ended up 11-1. Did a pretty good job on all facets of the game on Friday, so it was a good week.
I looked at the PAC standings, and you said at the top of the PA standings, but there are a lot of teams with one loss.
Yeah, that's right. And we're only, I think we've played 4 games. Still got a lot of PAC games remaining, so those standings could change and will change quite a bit between now and the end of the year.
And I know you coaches don't get into this, but fans do. You did give us this week in the 3A poll, and that's a great thing. So,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and as I said, most people don't get it. The parents and et cetera get excited, but the coaches don't get excited about that.
No, not at all.
They're just worried about the end of the year. So
yeah, we could be 0-28 and still win a sectional. So don't get too excited about polls.
Okay, you're listening to the Gene Mattingly Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosmer Communications. We'll be back right after this message from sponsors.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and...
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Building a bright future, Jubilar Development. We're proudly serving your community. Family and friends, a winning team. Locally owned, built on quality. Jubilar, the name to depend on. building a brighter future. You belong development.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Welcome back to the Gene Mattingly Show. And we're joined by the Southridge Raider head track coach for the boys team, Ross Hoos. Ross, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Joe. How are you?
Doing really good. You know, the track team, how have they been doing so far this season?
Not too bad. The one thing for the boys is we're pretty young. We only have 4 seniors on the team, and one of those is Luke Ramsey. Luke is mainly a pole vaulter and a high jump guy. We have Eric Venegas. He's a shot put discus guy. We have Juan Mendoza, who's also a shot put and discus guy. And then we have Caden Leitner, who's actually his first year of doing track, and he's kind of a field event guy also, so long jump and a little bit of high jump and things like that. So really all of our seniors are in kind of the field events. So, as far as that goes, we're getting some good productivity from them. I guess, you always wish you had more on your team, but, on the other side of that, we'll return pretty well everybody next year on the side of the running and things like that. So that's a positive as far as that aspect goes.
And a lot of those names you just mentioned are multi-sport athletes. They sound very familiar.
Yeah, they are. I think every single one has participated in something else other than track and field. So, that's something that's stressed a lot around here, trying to, play multiple sports. If possible, we want you to do that. If possible here at Southridge, I know some schools are more want specialty type athletes, but we feel around here the more the merrier. So it's great for those guys to be involved in as many things as possible.
And, seeing how May's coming up on us, being a parent of track runners from the past, I know that when May starts, the big meets start. So what are some of the big meets you got coming up?
Yeah, you're right about that. So, this has all kind of been a learning experience for me, never really doing much with track. So, once we hit May, we have a couple dual meets at home. We have Forest Park and Heritage Hills, I think that first week in May. Then after that, then it's sectional time. I think the girls' sectional is on the 9th, and the boys' sectional is the 11th. And then the next week, that Tuesday and Thursday again, the 9th and 11th is the PAC, and then the next week is the sectional. So, yeah, really, once you hit May, as you said, it's just a couple meets at the beginning of May, and then it's all the PAC and sectional time.
And I do know that you also are the football coach. I know that most of those athletes are probably involved in other sports right now, but what is the upcoming schedule for spring summer football?
Yeah, summer we don't do near as much with other teams as some do. We focus a lot on ourselves in June and July. It's a lot of getting up early and coming in and conditioning and lifting and doing a little bit of football stuff. That's really what all of June is. Once July hits, after moratorium week, which is always the first week in July, then we'll go to Hanover. We go to a team camp there for a couple of days, and then we just do a few things with a couple teams. We really just have one little scrimmage we do later on in July, and then once August rolls around, then it's game time. I tell you, it goes fast. The summer goes really fast. But once August hits, it'll be a couple practices or a couple weeks of practices there at the beginning, and then it'll be game time. So, like I said, a lot of our stuff in the summers is really about us. Focuses on ourselves, our weightlifting, our conditioning, and our mental toughness. And then, once August rolls around, hopefully we did as well as we could all summer long to be prepared to have a good season.
Well, Coach, good luck for the rest of the season, and go win a sectional.
Thank you very much, Joe. We will sure try.
And you've been listening to the Dean Mattingly Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Miller Bro Sport Communications. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Building a bright future, Jubilar Development. We're proudly serving your community. Family and friends, a winning team. Locally owned, built on quality. Jubilar, the name to depend on. Building a brighter future, Jubilar Development.
Welcome back to the Dean Mattingly Show. And Coach, you got a busy week this week. Wednesday, you got a home game against Evansville Memorial. Thursday, you got an away game against North Posey, a conference game, as a matter of fact. And then Friday, you have a home game against North Knox. And Saturday, you got a home game against Evansville Rights. And why don't you preview those games for us?
Yeah, tough week. Have 4 straight games against 4 straight quality opponents. We find out really kind of what we're made of Wednesday against Memorial. And then it doesn't get any easier traveling to Posey County to take on North Posey, the PAC squad. And then got North Knox at home, and then Evansville Rights come to town on Saturday afternoon. Game's now going to be played at 3 o'clock Eastern time instead of 6:30. It's going to be, we'll find out. We got 4 straight games. We're going to see how deep our staff is. Hopefully you get through that week with no injuries. Hopefully we can be competitive and put good at-bats together, have a great approach, play good defense, and throw a lot of strikes.
And I know it's early in the season, only the third week of April, but who are some of the surprises for the Raiders so far this season?
I think it's surprising to some extent how well we've pitched and played defense. We've pitched it and defended at a pretty high level, probably higher than what I had anticipated. Especially I don't know that we've used the same lineup or the same defensive configuration twice. And so we've had multiple position play, changes, and we've whether they started the game before or that was their first start, they played pretty well defensively. So again, we're 6 games in, a lot could change. So far, that's probably the things that have surprised me the most.
Well, Coach, good luck this week.
All right, appreciate it. Have a good one.
You're listening to the Dean Mattingly Show on Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Miller Bro Sport Communications. We'll see you next week.
Tune in next week for the Gene Mattingly Show on the Southwestern Indiana Network, powered by Milligan Brosmer Communications.